For years, getting an infected wound in Project Zomboid meant one thing: a bit of red text telling you things weren't great, and absolutely nothing else. You'd slap a bandage on, forget about it, move on. Build 42.17 changed that. Infected wounds now deal actual damage. If you're not treating them properly, they'll kill you. That's the biggest change in this update, and we'll get to it. But first, back up your saves. The devs recommend a fresh world with each patch, especially one with balance changes this significant. Survival Guide. The Survival Guide has been updated with new content. I'll be honest, I never opened this thing. But if you're newer to the game, it's actually solid. Animated tutorials covering all the basics. It won't walk you through advanced blacksmithing or pottery, but it's got the fundamentals, worth knowing it exists. Sandbox spawn points, and this one's been a long time coming. Previously, Sandbox gave you the same 4 default spawns as a standard game. Now they've added Brandenburg, Echo Creek, Ekron, Phallus Lake, Irvington, March Ridge, and Valley Station. Worth noting, Echo Creek was removed as a default spawn location in the last update, which didn't go down well. It's back, but Sandbox only. Good enough. New VHS skill tapes. 9 new skill tapes have been added. Aiming, animal care, blacksmithing, electrical, first aid, napping, pottery, tailoring, and welding. If you've been investing heavily in VHS stocks, this is a good week. Other small additions. Fluid, container, empty rates now vary by container type. No more everything draining at the same speed. There's a new book, The Moments of Darius by Ignis, if you find it. And the pet name list has been updated in memoriam. F's in the chat. Controller support is still in progress. Additional changes have been implemented, and the team is actively asking for feedback. They said it's been extremely valuable. Custom key bindings in-game are still coming in a future update. If you're playing on controller right now and struggling, one of the devs has published a mod that reverts controls back to the original scheme. Worth trying while the new system gets finished. On the UI side, a dedicated credit screen has been added, and it's on the main menu. You can play it, pause it, speed it up, even rewind. Why would you rewind a credit screen? So you can scroll down, find a specific name, and appreciate it properly. You'll know when you get there. The crafting and building windows have also been compacted and cleaned up, and the admin powers window has been resized. Nothing dramatic, but the interface is a bit less cluttered. Wound Infection, the big one. Let's start here because this matters. The wound infection damage factor setting controls how much damage an infected wound actually does. In Apocalypse, Outbreak, and Rising, that value was 0, not low. 0. Infections were cosmetic, just a status message you could safely ignore. It's now set to 1.0 across all of those modes. In Extinction, it was already 0.5, and it's gone up to 1.0 as well. So treat your wounds properly with the right supplies. The lazy bandage and forget approach that's worked for years is now going to get you killed. Loot spawn rates. Other loot rates have been bumped in Apocalypse, Outbreak, and Extinction, up from 0.6 to 0.8. Rising went from 0.6 to 1.0. Vehicles in Apocalypse now spawn with fuel more often, up from low to normal. In Sandbox, the normal vehicle fuel setting has been reduced from 70% to 45%, so it balances out a bit across the modes. Occupations. Several occupations have been rebalanced. Chef now correctly gives +1 short blade instead of short blunt. That was always a bug. DIY expert no longer gives +1 carving. It now grants the inventive trait instead, and the point cost dropped from -4 to -2. Doctor and nurse both moved from -2 to 0. They now cost nothing, which makes them significantly more viable as starting picks. Electrician dropped from -4 to -2. Farmer now gets +1 strength. I feel like farming should give you more than 1 point of strength, but I suppose we're being conservative. Rancher moved from -2 to 0. Welder dropped from -6 to -4. Overall, the economy around high-value starting builds is tighter. Less free points to throw around than before. Traits. Nutritionist dropped from -4 to -2. Still worth taking, but you're paying more for it now. High Thirst went from +1 to +2. An extra free point for a drawback that's pretty easy to manage. Take it. Smoker went from +2 to +3. always been a reliable freebie pick. Even better now, animal stress has been rebalanced. They gain less stress from zombies, less from rain, only certain species mind rain anyway, and less from noise. They also calm down faster when petted. The threshold for destroying objects moved from stress 70 to stress 80. Net result, animals should be more stable and stop randomly bolting. Whether that makes them actually easy to keep, we'll see. A few other smaller balance tweaks. Gas mask and respirator filters drain more slowly from corpse sickness. Tailoring tool degradation has been reduced. Moodle buffs from radio and TV shows that weren't properly awarding them have been fixed, and carpentry XP has been adjusted for a handful of recipes. Bug fixes. Quick note, there's a solid chunk of multiplayer fixes in this patch too. Zombie speed settings, map visibility options, a bunch of server-side stuff. I'm not covering that here since I play solo, but it's worth reading through the full patch notes if MP is your thing. On to the general fixes. Infected player characters now correctly turn into zombies on death. That one had been slipping through. Firearms now properly increase in encumbrance when loaded, both for magazines filling up and for inserting a loaded magazine into a firearm. Both were broken. Both are fixed. Characters were spontaneously taking their clothes off. Also fixed. Zombies were teleporting when hit. Fixed. The basement wall exploit that let you disassemble walls into the void. Fixed. Fixed being unable to continue split-screen characters in subsequent play sessions. Split screen is actually very good in this game if you can convince someone to play it with you on a controller, which is easier said than done. Fixed claustrophobic still being available after selecting agoraphobic, and agoraphobic reappearing for veterans after any trait change. Classic. Fixed being able to sleep on swing sets. Between Toilet's last patch and swing sets this patch, the devs are slowly removing every piece of unconventional furniture I've ever used as a bed. This game is dying. Fixed player-made buildings being automatically powered after construction. Fixed ground snow rendering darker than intended. Fixed puddles flickering. Fixed character not coughing or sneezing when sick. Fixed turn 180 degrees being twitchy on keyboard. Fixed head look around while sitting. That head snap was very jarring. One worth flagging, the patch notes say fixed being able to pick up light switches. I know what you're thinking. A dev clarified on the forum. This means you can no longer pick them up. They fixed a bug that let you do it. Light switches are not suddenly lootable, just clearing that up. That's build 42.17. The wound infection change is the one that actually matters for how you play. If you've been lazy with injuries, that habit needs to change now. The occupation and trait rebalancing is worth reviewing too before you start your next run. Some of the point costs have shifted enough to change what a good starting build looks like. Patches are coming at a decent clip, which is a good sign for where build 42 is heading. If you're new here, subscribe. I've got a hidden features video for Project Zomboid coming very soon, and I'll see you in the next one.